help me up. All right, so 183 is students will add decimals. We start by just talking about decimals in a way that is like third grade accessible. You can say for sure these places are called tenths, these places are called hundredths, but they don't really know what tenths and hundredths are. They don't know that hundredths are necessarily smaller than tenths. There's a lot to explore there, right? Even though they're bringing all their fraction knowledge to the table, there's still like some unpacking to do. So what we're really going to be thinking about is yesterday when we added coins, we used the decimals to separate dollars and change, right? And so then reading these, this is $0.08, right? This is $5.67, $18.78. Even this one that doesn't have the amount of money the way we're used to seeing doesn't need to throw us off. They just left off the 0 at the end because a 0 is nothing. Oop, right? So we could put the 0 here and say $9.50. Now, note, and it's worth digging into the misconception, we can't put the 0 there. That changes the meaning a little bit. So we're not like rearranging numbers around the decimal point. They are the way they are. But no matter what, it separates, dollars and change. So when we add these numbers, of course, just like we add anything that's like, right? We want to add dollars with dollars and change with change. So you see, like, again, all these lessons that we're doing that are above grade level really take below grade level, like, or the on grade level stuff they understand. Now here's what we're really going to do that's going to make this kind of fun. When we line it up, to really check that we've done a good job, we're going to have 2 colors of marker or highlighter, and we're going to color the dollars one color. So here I'm coloring dollars yellow, and we're going to color the change another color. So here I'm coloring the change blue. If I want to line up the yellows, right, that's going to look, that's going to look like this, right? 0 and 25. The decimal point comes after both of those. That's the way that decimal points work, right? The dollars are before, then the decimal point. I'm going to line up the change here. Dollars with dollars, change with change. And so look, my decimal points make a line, right? Notice I'm not just going straight to the, like, memorize this, line up your decimals. Because if kids don't know what line up your decimals mean, they end up doing some nutty stuff. For example, mistakes you might see are kids actually move the decimal point in order to get it to line up the way they want it to line up. Right? You can't move the decimal point to line it up because the decimal has already delineated. Dollars change, dollars change. If you moved it, you changed the meaning of that word or that number, right? So the decimal points line up because the dollars line up with the dollars and the change line up with the change. Another mistake you'll see is you will see them not line it up, or like you'll see them make like their own kind of fun lines where they're like, look, a line. You're like, right? So all kinds of craziness and fun can happen if you're not really grounded in the fact that the whole reason we say line up your decimals is because the decimal tells us dollars, and those dollars go with dollars, change goes with change. Then it's easy. We just add them up, right? And to check, what we can do is we can take our highlighter, and now we're going to go back, and we're going to see, did we really do this right? Here's my dollars. Did I highlight the 0 yellow and the 25 yellow? I did. Here's my change. Not everyone is going to need the marker in order to check, but it really is a good tool and a good way to emphasize what's happening here. Okay? I've even cut these out of paper before, so that it's really clear to kids. Like, I've used 2 colors of Post-it notes and had decimals drawn on their like a tape of decimal on their desk to be like, what color are you making these numbers? Because Yeah, I know line up your decimals seems obvious, but it's really not. Then we talk, and this is really important, about some special cases, right? If I just have a 2, right, with no decimal point, and this is something you really want to ask them, where do you think the decimal secretly goes? And this is something, again, they bring a lot of prerequisite knowledge to, right? Like all the kids know 2 is the same as 2.00, right? So I tell them any whole number, right? Any whole amount of dollars, the decimal goes at the end. Because that's all dollars. It's all yellow. And you see again how the colors really help, right? Here, this is like at a gas station. I'm sure they've seen that at a gas station where it has extra. That's getting into like fractions of a penny. Same thing though, right? The decimal separates dollars on this side and change. And so we would just write it like this. It's okay. This is all yellow. This is all blue. So you see how you're still coming back to the yellows and blues, dollars and change to make meaning of this? These cases really, I mean, these are for your most advanced students. But I think that they will be excited to kind of see it. And you know, there's a handful of them who will pick up on it right away, right? And the rest who don't, it's okay. Like, this is enough of a step. And so one of the things you might see is just how differentiated this lesson is in and of itself, right? There's like recognizing that a decimal separates dollars and change. Then there's adding simple cases and adding more complex cases. And so again, we're going to teach this whole group, and every kid is going to access it kind of at their level, which is going to be perfect for showing growth in the NWA. Any questions about this?